8 small changes, big results by 2026. Sometimes transformation doesn't require you to start over. It just asks you to start small. We often think we need massive effort to create massive results. But the truth is, big success is nothing more than small, consistent actions done with intention. By 2026, your life can look completely different, not because you did everything, but because you did a few small things differently. So let's talk about 8 small changes that can give you big results. 1, wake up 30 minutes earlier. If I had that question asking you, what would you do for your job and for your life and your job? Wake up 30 minutes earlier. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. to be successful, but you do need time that belongs only to you. Those 30 minutes before the world wakes up, that's your gold mine. Use it to stretch, to breathe, to plan, to pray, to think. You'll realize that peace at sunrise is not just quiet, it's clarity. 2, make your bed no matter what. It's not about the bed, it's about discipline. When you start your day with order, you tell your mind, I'm in control today. It's a small act of respect for yourself, and that feeling carries you through the day like armor. 3, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude turns chaos into clarity and lack into abundance. When you focus on what you have, you attract more of it. Don't wait for the big miracle. Notice the small ones. A smile, a meal, a roof. Gratitude multiplies blessings you already possess. 4, drink more water. Sounds so basic, but most of us walk around tired, moody, and foggy simply because we're dehydrated. Water is life, literally. Start your day with a glass before you touch your phone. Your mind, your skin, your mood, they'll all thank you. 5, move your body daily. You don't need a gym, you need commitment. Take a walk, dance in your room, stretch between meetings. Just move. Movement isn't about chasing perfection. It's about honoring the body that carries your dreams. By 2026, if you move your body every day, you'll not only look different, you'll feel different. 6, say no without guilt. Every yes to something meaningless is a no to something important. Protect your time. Protect your peace. When you learn to say no with love, you make space for what actually matters. Your growth, your goals, your peace. 7, read 10 pages a day. Books expand your mind like sunlight opens flowers. 10 pages a day might not sound like much, but that's 3,650 pages a year, several life-changing books by 2026. Feed your mind the same way you feed your body, daily and with intention. 8, speak kindly to yourself. You are listening to your own voice all day long. Make sure it's a kind one. Stop telling yourself you're behind, unworthy, or not enough. The way you speak to yourself becomes the way you live your life. By 2026, the person you become will reflect the words you repeat today. Small consistency beats big burst. That's the truth most people overlook. We live in a world obsessed with quick fixes, instant fame, and overnight success. Everyone wants to skip the process and hold the trophy. But the truth is, the greatest transformations rarely come with noise. They come quietly, through small, intentional steps repeated day after day. Consistency is the bridge between your goals and your reality. It's not glamorous, it's not dramatic, it doesn't make headlines, but it works because when you choose to show up, even on the days you don't feel like it, you start teaching your mind discipline, your heart patience, and your soul endurance. That's what I call wealth. Think about it. The gym membership won't change you, but showing up 3 times a week, no matter what, will. Reading 1 page a day doesn't sound like much, until one day you've read 20 books. Saving a small amount each month feels slow, until one day you realize you've built a safety net and a future. Real transformation is not about doing everything at once. It's about doing something every day. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Because success isn't a race, it's a rhythm. And the rhythm is built one steady step at a time. You see, those big bursts, they feel good. They make you feel like you're doing something huge. But they don't last. Anyone can work hard for a week. Anyone can stay motivated for a month. But it's the person who keeps going long after the motivation fades. That's the one who wins. By 2026, your life could look completely different, not because you changed everything, but because you stayed faithful to the small things. That's how real progress happens. You don't have to rebuild your entire life in one day. You just have to do one thing better today than you did yesterday. Imagine this. You set a goal today to walk for 15 minutes every morning. It doesn't sound like much, but if you do that every day for a year, that's over 90 hours of movement. Your body gets stronger, your mind gets clearer, and your energy grows. You didn't sprint, you simply showed up. Consistency is about planting small seeds. You don't dig up the soil every day to check if the roots are growing. You water, you nurture, and you trust. Every drop counts. Every effort matters. The flowers don't bloom overnight, but one morning they do, and that's how change works. The biggest obstacle to consistency is impatience. We live in a generation that wants results fast, results without resistance. We scroll through social media and see people's highlight reels, their success stories, and we think we're behind. But you're not behind. You're just growing roots. And roots take time. Every small habit you practice is a silent investment. You might not see it now, but you're building momentum. You're building trust with yourself. Because when you keep a promise to yourself, even a small one, your confidence expands. You start believing in your own power again. Think about your phone battery. It doesn't jump from 0 to 100 in a second. It charges gradually, 1% at a time. But if you keep it plugged in long enough, it always gets full. That's exactly how consistency works. Each small effort is 1 more % toward the life you want. And the truth is, discipline is not hard. What's hard is starting over again and again because you quit. Small, steady steps are easier than you think. You don't have to climb the whole mountain today. Just take 1 more step. You don't have to write the whole book. Just write 1 page. You don't have to fix your entire life. Just improve 1 corner of it. When you focus on doing the small things daily, you build momentum. Momentum creates progress. And progress, no matter how slow, creates results. The key is to start, to stay steady, to believe that small steps add up to big victories. And yes, some days you'll want to stop, you'll question if it's even working, you'll wonder if the effort is worth it. But those are the moments that test your strength. Not the days you feel motivated, but the days you feel tired and still choose to continue. That's where transformation truly begins. Because consistency is a form of love. Love for your dreams, love for your growth, love for the person you're becoming. You don't need to make big announcements. You don't need to impress anyone. Just quietly show up for yourself, day after day. The world might not notice right away, but one day they will. And when they ask how you did it, you'll smile and say, I just didn't stop. By 2026, your results won't come from the one-time effort that impressed everyone. They'll come from the daily choices that nobody saw. The 10 extra minutes you spent learning. The quiet mornings you spent journaling. The nights you resisted distractions. The habits that seem small, even invisible. They'll build a life that feels unstoppable. So remember, small consistency beats big burst. Always. Because the big moments might start the journey, but the small moments sustain it. And the person who learns to stay steady, even when it's not exciting, will always outrun the one who only moves when it feels good. That's the secret. Keep your promises, keep your pace, and keep your faith. Transformation is not a miracle, it's a method. And it starts with you today doing the small things that your future self will thank you for. Because the way you start your day often decides how the rest of it will unfold. Most people wake up and immediately rush. They grab their phone, scroll through messages, get lost in notifications, and step into chaos before they've even taken a deep breath. But you are not meant to begin your day in reaction. You are meant to begin it with intention. There is something sacred about the early morning hours. The world is quiet, the air feels lighter, and your mind is clear before it gets filled with noise. When you wake up just 30 minutes earlier, you give yourself something most people never find. Time that truly belongs to you. Those 30 minutes are not about doing more, but about being more. More center, more grounded, more in control. When you start your day intentionally, you don't just manage time, you master your energy. You move from surviving the day to shaping it. You begin to understand that peace is not found at the end of the day, it's created at the start. And the person who owns their morning owns their life. Think about it. When you wake up late, rushing, running, and chasing the clock, you begin your day already behind. Your energy is scattered, your focus is clouded, and you spend the rest of the day trying to catch up. But when you wake up early, even just half an hour before the world demands your attention, you create a gap, a sacred space where you can align your mind, body, and spirit. That small window of stillness can change everything. It's in those quiet minutes that ideas arrive. It's when you hear your own thoughts instead of everyone else's. It's when clarity whispers solutions that chaos can't offer. Whether you pray, meditate, stretch, journal, or simply sit with your coffee in silence, that's not wasted time. That's alignment time. Owning your morning doesn't mean you have to fill it with complicated routines or endless tasks. It means you wake up with purpose. You start with gratitude. You set your intentions, and you choose calm before the storm of the world begins. Because here's the truth. Mornings shape mindset. If you start your day distracted, your focus scatters. If you start with peace, you carry that peace with you. If you start in chaos, chaos follows. The first 30 minutes after you wake up act as the foundation for everything that comes next. And you don't need to change your entire schedule. You just need to decide. Set your alarm 30 minutes earlier and use that time to connect with yourself. Don't check your phone. Don't scroll. Don't consume. Create. Create calm, create vision. Create the energy you want to carry through the day. You'll notice that those mornings become your secret advantage. While others are still sleeping or rushing, you've already centered yourself. You've already decided how your day will feel. You've already fed your mind with intention and your soul with peace. In those moments, you'll start realizing how much power you actually have. You can control your focus, your reaction, your pace. You no longer wake up reacting to life. You start leading it. That's what owning your morning really means. Claiming your role as the creator of your day instead of being the victim of it. There's also something beautiful about being awake when the world is still. The silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. When you walk outside and see the sun rising, you're reminded that no matter how heavy yesterday was, today is brand new. Every morning is a fresh start, an unpainted canvas, and the first stroke you make on it decides the tone for everything else. Owning your morning is also an act of self-respect. It's saying, I deserve to begin my day with peace, not pressure. You can't pour from an empty cup. And mornings are how you refill it. Before the calls, the emails, the responsibilities, you need time to ground yourself, to ask, what do I want today to mean? What energy do I want to bring into it? If you give yourself just 30 minutes of calm, you'll handle 10 hours of chaos with grace. You'll find that problems don't shake you as easily. You'll respond instead of reacting. You'll think clearly instead of emotionally. That's the magic of morning clarity. It strengthens your inner foundation. And soon, something deeper happens. Those quiet moments start to shape who you become. You'll notice that you're more focused, more patient, more intentional. You'll start protecting that time fiercely because you'll realize how much it gives you in return. Your confidence will grow, not from doing more, but from being present before the day begins. Owning your morning is about choosing peace before productivity. When you center yourself first, everything you touch during the day carries that calm energy. Your work improves, your conversations feel lighter, and your presence becomes grounded. You stop reacting to life and start designing it one morning at a time. If you make this one small change, waking up 30 minutes earlier, and commit to it consistently, you'll notice a quiet transformation by 2026. Not because of how much more you've done, but because of how differently you now feel. Mornings give you control in a world that constantly tries to take it away. They remind you that before the world decides who you should be, you get to decide who you are. And once you do, no noise can shake that peace. That's the power of owning your mornings. It's not about waking up early. It's about waking up to your own potential.